mine.
All right, we are live. And
Excelente.
let me get the link. Crap, where did they put the link? I can't remember where they put the link. There it is, right here. Here, I'll send you the link real quick over.
Yes. Yeah, I just got the link.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's got a delay. Don't watch that because I'm watching it now and it's pretty delayed.
I can't even get it on YouTube.
You can't.
I'm trying to look now. I'm looking at your page. Maybe because I'm looking at your videos.
Okay, shoot, I gotta string this out. Tweet.
There it is.
All right, cool.
Oh no, I just got a 100 sub giveaway.
Really? It did. What the hell? Why did it not give you the right?
That's all right. Underneath it says, Q&A.
Oh, where does it say 100 sub giveaway? Because I want to make sure. Oh wait, I shouldn't say that. I did change that. It should say 5280 fishing and bass striker outdoors Q&A. Oh, we have someone watching. Nice.
Already. What is going on?
All right.
Off. See if I can pick it up on this. There we go.
Oh, I think you froze. There we go. And I gotta make sure that stays up so you stay on. All right, I need everybody that's on to let us know if you could hear both me and Greg at the same time. That's the one thing I was worried about. We only got one person on, but hey.
For audio.
Yeah, your audio should be coming through. I mean, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I could do all kinds of other stuff too to make it even more interesting. Get it. All right.
Who else? Who is on?
Yeah, I want to know who's on. There's a way to see.
This thing's come on.
Stream Alright. If for some reason it keeps making it to where they can see my screen, which it shouldn't be doing.
No?
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be showing that. It should just be,
Me and you?
yeah, just me and you. I don't know why it's in the center. Maybe I'm not sure why it's doing that. Let me see. Well, we only have two people on that won't identify themselves. Yeah, see, it's got that.
Yeah, ask some questions, guys. What up? What up?
Shouldn't be doing.
No?
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be showing that. It should just be,
Me and you?
yeah, just me and you. I don't know why it's in the center. Maybe.
Just looking here. I'm just basically forwarding everything out.
Cool. I don't know why it's doing that. I think I gotta. I'll figure it out. I
Yep.
apologize, guys, for everybody who's on that you guys could see that. I mean, I'll get it. I'll get it right eventually. I don't know why it's doing that. Maybe if I minimize the screen. I'll see it in a minute. No, it's still there. It's like stuck. Whatever. I'll figure it out, and then next time it won't have it on there. Because it's oh wait. I know what the problem is. Boom. Fixed.
Cool.
Pop out chat.
I just told Jim, Tackle Junkie, that we're live. He just texted me. He said he found your channel, so he's going to be hopping on here.
Cool. Yeah, YouTube is pretty strong, man. I mean, it's got a lot of cool features. I mean, like I said, I was doing this a lot on Twitch, but YouTube is better if you ask me as far as the features go.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so there's 2 people on. Who's on? I know it's not me, and I think one of them might be you, but I don't think they. Yeah, they might they might have you as one of the viewers, but hey, I mean, there's 2 of us on here.
Yeah, dude, Jim, Tackle Junkie just texted me back and he said, found his channel. Are you live yet? And I said, yeah, man, we're up. And he goes, He goes, I'm not seeing the chat.
Oh, he's not seeing the chat?
Let me see if it's on my Facebook.
I don't think they. Yeah, they might have you as one of the viewers.
Oh, wait, he just retweeted it.
Oh, there he goes. Hey.
There he is.
There he
Hey.
is. Let me pop out the chat real quick. There we go. Now I can see it. So I can put the screen down so we can see what the hell's going on. How's it going? Thanks for joining. Been trying to get you on for a while.
Trying to get some people in here. I was just telling Kevin, Jim, that I see in my feed now that I had to call in some big guns, get them numbers in here.
Yeah. It'd be sweet to add him to it. I wonder if it would do that. I know I could do it. I just got to figure out how to do it one day, have like multiple people on here.
Yeah, I've seen it done. A couple of them I watched before. I mean, I've seen up to shoot 4 people at a time. I know Isabella there, or Lady Bass. She did a Q&A one time, and yeah, it was for sure with three other people, 3 other YouTubers.
Yeah. I know I could do it. Just shrink the screen down a little bit and
Yeah.
yeah, I could do it. Things are going good. And, the weather's turning for the best. It's getting nice out. I'm going to be able to start doing more fishing.
It's been nice here. I've been out fishing. I know, Jim, you were just saying that it was raining. I know you said I think you're getting out tomorrow. You're going out? Yeah, hopefully once more people get in here, questions will start rolling and we'll just start answering. So, you guys still have snow on the ground over there?
No, most of it's melted. The mountains is packed though.
Did you
No, actually, I did. I put up a video on, I think it was Monday, and I let people know that there was going to be a live show on Wednesday or Thursday. So I mean, I didn't do anything official though. I know what you're saying, and I probably should have scheduled it, and I didn't. So this is kind of impromptu. I guess you could call this a trial run with me and Greg, and then once we get it go, once we see that it's good, and we could start doing where we schedule it out, maybe do it once a week or something like that, and we'll make a schedule for it.
Yeah, I put out a quick little video yesterday just because I haven't put out a video in a while and just been busy with work and getting ready for this upcoming weekend because I got back-to-back days starting both my tournament trails, and I just hadn't put out a video, kind of neglected it, and just put out kind of like a BS video yesterday is what I call it, and I mentioned that we were having the live stream today, so yeah.
Yeah. So next time I'm definitely going to schedule it because you could do that through YouTube where you schedule it. You can put a schedule in and send it out all to all your subscribers, let them know that it's scheduled.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I did with my last one. That's probably why I had the 15 people on there. I was pretty surprised that I got 15, but hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you said you got a tournament on Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, I start I'm a new trail this year, any Bassin. It's a team trail. It's a guy, Jamie, who came over from USAA Bassin. He was running the Northeast division of that and didn't like the politics to it, this, that, and everything else. So kind of branched off and started his own thing up here in the Northeast. And he started 2 years ago with an East and a West Connecticut division, big boats. And then he started a kayak division in Connecticut. This year, a guy, Rob, asked me to co-direct with him the Massachusetts division for any Bassin. So it's a pretty big trail, blowing up pretty big. He's got a big boat East, big boat West Connecticut, a big boat Mass, a big boat Maine, and a big boat New Hampshire, as well as all kayaks in all those states divisions, and two small boat divisions in Maine and Connecticut. So he and only in 2 years, his first year he had 34 members, and that was 2014-15. This year we have like 330 members.
Okay. Wow.
And then Sunday is just my club. It's what I originally started. It got me into tournament fishing. Pretty good amount of boats, probably pretty much average anywhere from 14 to 18 boats. And that's what got me started. And yeah, the rest is history. So I stay loyal to them, and I'll still fish when it doesn't coincide with any Bassin.
Nice. Good deal.
Jim, how's those water temps? I know you said you haven't been out much, but how's those water temps over there in Illinois?
It's total silence.
Yeah, I know.
That delay is
Yeah.
crazy. But the thing about the delay is we right now we're seeing delay quite a bit because of the fact that we don't have very many people talking. Oh, there you go, top water assassins.
Yes, sir. What is going on, my man? That is Mike, and actually I met Mike through um, he is buddies with Jim and Tackle Junkie. 53 to 58. Yeah, same here. That's when I was out. When was the last time I was out? Sunday or maybe Monday. Monday I might have been on Congamon. Um, we had 56 to 58 range. I mean, obviously all depending on depth. Sent that joker a text. Oh, and Mike, I'll be dropping that mail off at the post office tomorrow to send it to your house. I meant to text you and I forgot. Just getting the boat ready for next week. Nice, nice. Where are you going? Not that I would really know, but get on here real quick.
Yeah, I need to get into some. I need to get into some tournaments. I thought about joining the club, but I had to postpone it till next year. It's about to start up like yours start. I think their first tournament's next week.
Yeah, I mean, the best when I first started looking into getting into
Hey,
phantom fishing. What's up, my man?
what's up, Phantom Fishing?
When I first got into tournament fishing, it was actually my uncle who told me he used to tournament fish for um, long time ago, for years, and he told me, I was looking at just jumping right in head first and going BFL or something big, a lot of money, this that, and he told me I crazy,
Yeah,
and he told me just to go the club direction to start, and sent that joker a text too, and so that's what I did. I just found a club. I mean, I went on the internet. I Googled, local clubs, bass fishing clubs. They turned me on to one in northern Connecticut because I live in like central Mass, but southern, right on the border of Connecticut and Mass. So they turned me on to one. I called them up, talked to them. They told me they have meetings on the first Thursday every month. Did you ever get a hold of PayPal? I have not, or I actually just got a message from them now, Mike, and I just sent a bunch of stuff into them and trying to fix this whole thing because right now, like I said, my account is still frozen and I am absolutely unable to use it, but I believe it's about to be resolved. I actually have to call a person tomorrow. Um, so I called them, I went down to the meeting and checked them out, and I liked the group of guys, and that's what got me into it. And then I just fell in love with it. I mean, my uncle got away from it because he said he didn't like the stress of it. When you're not catching fish and stuff like that, it's not like you're just out there fun fishing and whatever. I mean, obviously you want to catch fish, but if you don't, it's like whatever. But
yeah,
when there's money on the line and you're putting money into it, it's kind of tough
yeah,
to
yeah,
it's tough to not catch fish and not get frustrated, especially when you look across somewhere or somebody's not too far from you and they're bringing in fish. I mean, it's tough.
yeah. Andy at Phantom Fishing. He's a tournament guy. Yeah, he's
Yeah, I seen him earlier on Periscope. He was telling Tackle Junkie he had a tournament on Saturday. Actually, is that BFL that you fish?
yeah. And Andy's cool guy. How's that Canon 70D doing for you there, Andy?
Yeah, I seen that unboxing. That's a nice camera.
That's a beautiful camera. I mean, I was seriously gonna get that camera if I didn't get the Nikon I have now. But that camera's awesome.
Hank. What's up, my man?
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, NC Bassin?
Oh, and NC Baston. What's going on? Now they're coming in. Sweet,
Yeah,
sweet.
they're all coming in.
Ren, BFL, Illinois. Yeah. That's what I think. I'm going to do this Any Bassin Trail this year, which is a team trail. So I keep my same partner. I got the There's this guy we fish really well together, Mike, and we decided to team up and do this. And then I think next year we will be branching off because I have my own boat. I bought my own boat last year, but I wanted to do one more. I wanted to do one more year as a co-angler, and that's what I've been doing. So next year I'll branch out on my own with my own boat. Probably do one more year any bassin, and then I hope to dip into the to BFL up here in the Northeast.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking about buying a boat. I just sold one of my trucks. I'm gonna pick up another truck, get a boat. Yeah, we do have all the big guns in here. It seems like all the good ones, at least. I mean, we got Tackle Junkie, we got Phantom Fishing, we got Bass Striker. They all got way more subscribers than I do.
Oh shoot, man! I'm just beginning. I
Yeah,
am just like you, my man.
cool. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah.
But with yeah, back to what Andy said, I noticed something earlier that he mentioned. Once you get it is hard to not tournament fish now, you know, for bass. I mean, it literally is not the same. I mean, believe me, I love just going out and fishing. I go out with my buddies all the time, and we'll go out and fish. But what's funny is they get angry once tournament season starts because literally, I mean, I'm swallowed up with so much tournament fishing to where when I'm not out at tournaments, you know, the weekends that I might have free, you know, I have to spend time with the family and stuff like that. So I actually don't get out much after the season starts and do much just wreck fishing.
Yeah, I I'm the camera guru. I'm just a tech. I'm just like I said in one of my videos. I'm just a nerdy fisherman. I'm into computers. I'm into all tech stuff, and to tell you the truth, I did a lot of research before I bought my camera. And to be honest, the only reason why I bought the 5300, the Nikon, was that it was a little bit cheaper than the 70D. But if I had a choice, I'd get that 70D. If I had a choice, I'd get the Sony A7 and be putting out 4K content. But I don't have $3,000 to spend on a camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do know a lot about all this technical stuff. Like this setting up this live stream was I don't want to say it's complicated, but it does have a lot of things you need to do to make sure that you can hear me, you hear Greg at the same time. He can hear me. He can hear everything that I'm saying. I mean, I could even play music through it, and everybody would hear it. So it's kind of cool. 5280. I did your challenge, and I had a 5 pounder come off at the bank on the buzzbait. What? Really? How many did you end up catching?
That is a bummer.
Yeah. I've got to get out. I'm gonna get out this weekend because he did the challenge. I think it was yesterday, and or today, and he didn't tell me exactly how many he caught yet. But I got to get out there. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but I got a place I'm gonna go try hitting up.
God, have you used your drone yet?
I've been messing around with it. Kind of got in a little bit of trouble the other day. I went up a little. I went up higher than what the FCC that you're allowed to do on the FCC. The FCC mandates that the drone can only go up to 400 feet. I was up a little higher than that, and at a park, and I had the ranger come over and ask me what the height was, and I kind of lied and all that stuff. But hey, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna get some video. I'm gonna do some video probably this weekend with it. So yeah, give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, man.
That's work calling.
Yep. So what's Jim? What's the beta choice going to be tomorrow? And I don't want to hear whatever they're biting. I know you got some kind of game plan you're going in there with. What's the best colors to use in spawn? That's a good question. I mean, a lot of people um, probably have their own little their own you know their own color that they use when the spawn's going, and I'm actually searching for beds and I'm bed fishing. I use white or the like that bubblegum color, the cotton candy color that I call it. And it literally for one reason and one reason only, and that's just so I can kind of back off the bed and pitch that thing right onto him, right in front of him, whatever, bounce it off his head, and I can see the bait. So that's what I go with, and 9 out of 10 times I use a lizard. I use a Zoom lizard and white, and that's what I go with.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I'll send it in. What I'll do is I'll throw something like Greg's saying of white, and I'll throw it in there, and like a lizard or something, and I'll get them agitated. If this is when they're bedded, I'll get them agitated with it. They really won't bite it, and then what I'll do is I'll pull that out. I'll have another rod rigged up with like a D bomb, a smaller D bomb, and I'll throw that in there, and they'll kill it. I usually do like a black and white, throw it in there, and they just kill it. They murder it.
Tackle jump. The square bills for sure. Got to hunt them down in the muddy water. Yeah, man, that's one thing. That is one thing, and people are blown away by it. With me especially because I do not fish square bills a lot, um, and it's strictly a confidence thing.
Yeah.
Just seems when I'm throwing them, I just literally cannot catch anything on them. And for a co-angler, I mean, last year was my first full year fishing as a co-angler in the Northern Connecticut Bass Anglers, and I took first overall for the year for co-anglers. And a lot of the guys were shocked by that because I don't throw a square bill. And square bills, I mean, I understand they're probably huge all over the country, but you come up here and you're in any tournament. I mean, and say there's 20 boats, 18 of the 20 boats are probably consistently all day throwing either a square bill or some kind of crankbait. And I am so far from the opposite of crankbaits. But I mean, once again, I mean, a lot of it for me just comes down to confidence. And, I, on my rods, I just have rigged up what I'm super confident with and what I know I can catch fish on. And basically it comes down to a crankbait. So when I'm throwing out there, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, if I'm retrieving it too fast, slow it down. I'll work at different things, stop it and go and, bump it off of stumps, this, that, and everything else. But I just don't seem to get them. And, but I can go up, pull up to that same spot and, pitch some kind of creature bait or some kind of craw. Top water is my thing. I mean, that's what, I don't know. I hate to use the word starting to become known as, but that is definitely what I'm known. And, a few comments from the guys last year were like, oh, there's no way you're getting anything on the top water. And literally other guys have sat there and said, yeah, I bet you there's one guy here that will, and they'll, pointing right at me. So top water has really become my game. And that's, that's definitely what I've caught, all my biggest fish on. And then jigs. I mean, I'm huge with jigs. I'll have 3-4 rods tied up all, footballs, swim jigs, hair jig. Jigs is my game if the top water bite just isn't there.
Yeah. Chase, so it looks like you said you caught 3 fish. So I will be out there to catch 4 fish on Saturday or Sunday, and I'll let you know. Oh, now the chat's starting to move. Can't hear my audio.
Greg, try paralleling the bank more with the crank. Yeah, it's funny you say that, Andy, because that's what my uncle was actually just talking to me about this winter. He was asking me, he goes, what were you doing? How were you doing it? And to be honest with you, I'm glad to hear you say that again because that's what he told me, and I did not do that a lot. I wasn't parallel bank fishing the square bill. And he actually told me, and it's funny that you just said it. And another thing I was watching, I don't know, a few weeks ago, actually, Major League Fishing was on, and I watched Kevin Van Dam. I kind of studied him. All he was throwing was a square bill, and that's all he was doing was, he would find riprap or choke points like a bridge under a bridge and just parallel it. And that's in his retrieve, and he was killing it. So yeah, I'll definitely give that a shot. Thanks for that tip, man.
Yeah, thanks, NC Bass. And I was wondering what the hell is going on if no one can hear my audio. I have it all turned up. Maybe it's just you, Philippe. I think it was Philippe who said that.
Put my boat 2 feet from the rocks. Yeah. Got a question from MC Basson to you there, Kev.
My personal bass, our personal best bass. I'm in Colorado, so I'm not catching 10 pounders. I wish. My personal best is a 3.5 pound, 4 pound bass. I didn't have my scale that day, but yeah, it was a 3.5, 4 pound bass. I have seen probably 5, 6, 7 pound bass in a buddy's farm pond, but it's nearly impossible to get those damn things to bite. I mean, I was throwing everything at it because I was out there during the spawn, and I could see them right there on the shore, and it was a big female, and she just wouldn't take anything no matter what I did. But this year, I'm trying to get my PB up, all my personal best to be up. I am taking a trip out to Florida, probably here, or probably towards the end of the summer, and that's when I'm going to be trying to get my PB as far as the bass goes. Now, if we talk about trout, that's a totally different story. But bass in Colorado, it's hard to find the big ones. I mean, they're far and few between.
Yeah, same thing up here in the north. I mean, we definitely have big bass. I mean, we don't have, that Florida strain or that southern size.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they thrive down there in that, warmer waters, no ice, ice outs like we get, you get in Colorado and I get up here. But last year actually seen my first double digit bass up here. Me personally, not me,
Yeah.
but in a tournament, a guy caught a 10-3. And then in another one last year, I seen a 7 something. And those were the only 2 fish over 7 pounds that I seen tournament fishing last year.
Yeah. I am going down to crap. My cousin lives down there. He was just here actually this past weekend. He is from like an hour north of Miami, in that area on the East Coast of Florida. So that's where I'll be heading. If anybody's from down there, I will hit you up before I go, and we will fish. Yeah. Yeah, the farm ponds are really nice up here. I mean, that's where I'm going to catch my bigger bass in Colorado. It's just my buddy. He's been working a lot. He actually moved out of Longmont and he moved to Boulder, Colorado. So, which is only like 11 miles away. But you guys know how it is trying to get people to sync up is a pain in the ass sometimes. But yeah, I want to get a big bass. Yeah, and try a fly. To be honest, I have tried to fly. I tie my own jigs just like you do. I watched your video last night and I commented on it. I tie my own. I even tie one in a black and blue. I don't wrap hackle around it, which is kind of cool, and I'm gonna try doing that. Except I'm gonna use schlappen instead. Schlappen it's kind of like a marabou fiber kind of, and it's when you put schlappen in the water, it's got a lot of good movement. So I'm gonna try tying one that way.
What's that, Matt? It's PB 10.5. Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah, that's a big guy, man. Holy cow. That'd be really nice.
I don't even know what I would do.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd probably freak out.
Up here for sure. I'd start crying.
Yeah, I know. I've caught I want to say a 9 pound trout before on a fly rod.
Yeah, my brother's a big trout guy. He took me out when I first got back from the military. He took me when I first moved back here to Massachusetts, I should say. he took me out because he's a big trout guy. He took me out, but I mean, it's cool. I love it, but it's just, I don't know. It didn't get me hooked.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been fly fishing since I was a kid. That was my dad's thing. So that I did that. That's my passion as far as like the DIY type stuff. Like I love to tie my own flies and stuff like that. But I'm a huge bass fisherman. There's not enough big bass in Colorado, but I still do it. I fish for anything, really, to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm an all around fisherman.
Yeah, yeah. I know that's what I got to start doing. I definitely would like to. I mean, well, it's only once a year, but once a year I go up to New York on the Salmon River with buddies, and we fly fish for the salmon run.
Yeah.
Um, and that's a blast. But I mean, it's once a year, and we all go out for a week and and do that.
You've never caught a trout. There's a big difference between a trout and a bass. You know, the fight's different. It's just and the strikes are different. I mean, a trout's just gonna barely nibble it. It seems like, but they're still fun to catch, especially when you hook up to a big one when you're using a fly rod. It's a lot of fun when you're using a fly rod. That's when you get the good takes when you're fishing a fly when you're fishing a dry fly. I might do a video on my fly fishing arsenal, my fly rods and everything. I've wanted to do that and I haven't done that. I have a couple people who asked about it, so I might do that.
The only thing I got from trout fishing, actually, and I still, I use it in my brain today when I'm bass fishing, is when I'm finesse fishing.
Yeah.
And that's because, on trout, I mean, my brother hooked me up with one of his little setups, a spinning gear, not fly. I mean, we're using spinning gear, but I'm talking 4-pound test.
Yeah.
And, I hook up to a nice 18-inch rainbow trout with 4-pound you ain't muscling that fish in.
Yeah.
So it was, I still think about that today. It's funny when I'm bass fishing, when I'm, drop shotting or finesse fishing,
Yeah.
light line, I still got to remind myself. And that's because being such a big, topwater guy and a jig guy, I mean, I got the minimum I have tied up on any of mine is 50-pound braid. And as soon as I feel the bite, I'm setting the hook and then I'm just motoring you to the boat, watch you jet ski across the water.
Yeah, exactly.
What we got here?
Yeah, give it a shot, Andy. It's a lot of fun. It takes finesse fishing to the whole next level. Fly fishing does. It's a lot of fun though.
Salmon fishing, the first year I went up, first time I ever did it, first salmon I ever caught, what is it, a Chinook? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was it, 17-pound, 18-pounder?
Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, luckily I had an awesome guy, an older guy who's been doing it forever. And, he was just walking me through it. As soon as it grabs it, he said, you just want to palm the reel and just let it run. And then the fight is on. But that 18-pound fish took me 45 minutes to get it in.
Yeah.
To actually land it. So it was a blast. I think Andy knows about that anyways. And that was you with with that shark video I watched probably about a month ago. I think he was the one out there shark fishing or videotaping it anyways. That was a long fight. I got to watch some of it. I think it was him. Hope it was him. Thought I seen it on Periscope.
I watched One Rod One Wheel when he was out there.
With Black Tip?
Yeah, out Black Tip, and he was out with Lake Fork guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question from Grand Slam. I mean, everybody wants to know how that camera's working out. Get those videos made, Andy. What's taking so long? Dang.
I know. I think I'm actually going to pick up another GoPro tomorrow. I haven't really used it, but it's good. Yeah.
Have you looked into the Japanese or not the Chinese made GoPros? Those cheap ones?
I have not.
I'm actually gonna pick up a couple. They're $36, and if you go on YouTube and you do a search for it, and you look at the side by side comparison, you really can't tell the difference. I'm gonna try them just so I can beat the hell out of them.
Yeah, true. I mean, I just want it for, because that's one of my big things this year is I want to film these tournaments and get that footage up on YouTube. That was kind of my big thing. And another kind of big thing that made me start this was to do that.
Hmm.
But right now, all I have is two GoPros. So, and I kind of want to set them up on the one in the front, one in the back, on both of us fishing, and probably set them somewhere, maybe like two more up on the consoles just to get two different shots.
Yeah.
So,
NC, I do use the Abu Garcia Revo S. I have the bait casting reel, and I also have the spinning reel. My bait caster, I just did a review on it, but I do use it. I like it. I like it.
see what Mike said. Andy got the camera so his fish looks bigger.
It's a, I heard if you hold the closer you hold the fishy, the bigger it looks.
Oh man. I film off of an iPhone. I'm going to start on a Canon digital cam. I'm saving for a GoPro.
Yeah, NC Bass, and I'm gonna send you a link after this, so you can check out those the Chinese made GoPros. I mean, just do a little research on them. I mean, I've done a lot of research on them. It's a decent camera for $36. Same exact. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it's the same exact thing as a GoPro. I love my GoPro, but if I could have bought something for $36 that I don't mind throwing, taking it, tying it onto one of my rods and throwing it out in the water so you could take a look at the bottom. I mean, that would be one I would do. I wouldn't do that with my GoPro. But I'm gonna send you a link. All right, cool.
There is somebody that I subscribe to on YouTube that actually just picked one of those cameras up. Um, and I can't remember who it was, but I remember he just had a video and he picked one up. So yeah, I'll wait for his stuff to come out and definitely check it out. Because like you're saying, I mean, for $36, I mean, I'll pick up 4 or 5 of them and load them up all over the boat. I mean, if it's good enough to pick up footage of fishing, why not?
Yep, I'm not. If you do a search on it, I'll send you a link too. If you just look at some of those the side by side comparisons, like you really can't tell the difference. Now, I'm not talking the GoPro Hero 4. This is comparable to the Hero 3.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I have. I don't even have a 4 yet.
Yeah, I wanted to get a 4, but then I mean, I'll because everybody, I keep thinking maybe I should do some 4K video stuff like that. No one really has a 4K monitor to watch 4K videos, so it's like it's not worth it. So I'm not gonna dive into 4K yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that some of them do have wavy video, Matt, but I've also looked that there's a couple of them that don't have that are really like I think one's called like a Firefly, and it's got some really good video, and the other one's an SJ. The shaky video is when you record in 4K. I think that's what you're talking about. The 1080p at 60 frames per second comes out just fine.
Yeah, that's what I have, Mike. I got the Hero 3 Plus.
What's that white thing? That white thing is my it's a studio lighting. It's an umbrella with a studio light on it for when I record video inside because it's kind of dark in here. The window over here faces north, so I don't get much sun in the afternoon, so I have to put the lights on.
Another big thing, if Tackle Junkie's still in here, I got to thank him for watching them. I watched one of his videos, a while back now, but man, that Biospawn product, dude, that is what, so far this year, going out, and any of you guys who follow me on Instagram seen the 4.7 that I got, 4 pound, 7 ounce largemouth on Saturday. And then I caught another 4.2. I haven't even put it up on Instagram yet, but I caught a 4 pound, 2 ounce largemouth. That was on a Storm Arashi walk bait, a little walker. But man, that Biospawn product, they are disgusting. that Viocra, and I don't know if it's just that good or if it's just that new. Not too many people up here in the Northeast know anything about. I say Biospawn, and they look at me like I got a ding dong growing off my head. But that exo stick on the shaky head has been working, and that Viocra is just dirty. I actually can't wait to cut one down, put it on a jig, use it as a trailer, and see how that thing does.
Yeah, I. It's funny because I went down to like I was gonna order some on Tackle Warehouse, and I actually was on Cabela's site and saw that they actually had some, and I went down there. Everything was sold out except for the watermelon red flake Vilecross. So I picked up 2 packs. So that's all they had left. I picked them both up, and I haven't tried them yet, but I'm really excited to try them.
Yeah, I've had a lot of success on the black and blue, and that's even more. That's funny too because black and blue has been another one of those confidence things. I mean, a lot of people use it up here. It's just one of those colors that really hasn't done too much for me, and I mean, I know traditionally black and blue is better in muddier waters and stuff like that. And a lot of the lakes up here are, just natural clear lakes, a lot of springs and clear. But the black and blue is what I tore it up with. That's what I caught the 4.7 on, and then I stopped using the black and blue. I said, I'll switch it up and do the candy grass color that I got. And that thing's just as sick. I mean, I'm just, and just Texas rigging it with an unpegged quarter ounce tungsten weight. That's it, or a 3/16.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been using. And that's what I'm going into this tournament with. I mean, all hands on deck with that bait.
Cool.
Yeah, I know, Mike. I shouldn't be giving all these secrets away, but that's all right. I think the only person that follows me on YouTube that I fish the tournaments with is my partner, so I'm all right.
Wow. Put a rattle in it. What kind of rattle was it, Andy? I have rattles. I just was just messing around with one. Where I did. I have these rattles right here. These little things. It's more of a knocker, I guess you'd say. I'll stick that into one of them though. Yeah, I'm wondering what kind of rattle you put in there. What?
Has to be probably just one of those
Yeah.
rattlers that you rig up on jigs. I would imagine. I mean, I could be wrong, but probably just one. They look like a little bullet weight.
Yeah. What hooks
Yeah.
do you guys use?
I actually switched this year. Um, Years past, I mean, Gamakatsu, it's just what's an abundant amount of. You can find them anywhere. Even your little mom and pop is going to have just hundreds of Gamakatsu hooks. Um, but this year, I actually switched over everything to the new Berkeley Fusion hooks. I've used a couple of them just wreck fishing. Absolutely love them. Super sticky hooks, super sharp, and that's what I'm going to roll with. I like them, so I bought every single hook that they make imaginable that I'm going to use and need, and that's the hooks that I use, are the Berkeley Fusions.
Cool. Yeah, I use. I'm kind of lucky. I have Eagle Claw factory is in Denver, Colorado, so I drive down there and I get Trocar hooks for very inexpensive. So I moved over to Trocar. I was using Gamakatsu before, but I've moved to Trocar this year. I finally got to go down to their factory outlet store in Denver, and it's amazing in there. It's like a kid in a candy store. They've because it's right McGill, Eagle Claw, and then Trocar's just the brand of hook, but they got everything in there. So I'm actually going to try to reach out to those guys and see if they'll let me film during a tour, because I know they have tours down at the factory. So I might see if they'll let me film in there. Might have to pick up a couple of subscribers before I do that, but I'm going to try it. I use VMC too.
Mustad. Ever since I got some mustad braid last year that I tried, and it is the most god awful braid I have ever spooled up on anything. It was bad.
I don't. I could safely say I've never bent out a hook.
I've never bent out a hook either.
No. Sounds like you got bad luck, Matt, or you're using those thin wire hooks or something.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you're fishing for redfish. I mean, I actually can't give you any advice on redfish. I've caught redfish in the past. I lived in Georgia when I was in the military, and I went fishing down in Florida a couple times, and I've caught some redfish, and those things are no joke. I mean, I wouldn't know what hook to use though.
The FX, yeah, Jim, that's all for braid this year. I have two of my reels that I still have the Power Pro on from last year, but that's what I bought this year was the FX2. That's all I'm going with. Used it last year on one of my other reels. I actually got rid of and sold, and absolutely loved it. And that's all I'm going with is FX2 braid. NC Basson, if you subscribe to me, I got a video about line, and Tackle Junkie can tell you. There you go. He'll tell you what kind of monofilament he still uses it. I don't use monofilament at all. The only thing I use monofilament for is backing. That's what I
Yeah,
back my reels with.
yeah. I haven't used monofilament on my bass rods in years. It's fluorocarbon. It's just the way to go for me. I mean, or braid, obviously. I don't really use mono though. All right,
No.
cool. It's good, Jay. Switch over to mustad. You haven't bent anything out. That's good. Yeah, I love Seagar. Yeah, that's a good. Obviously, it's coming from Tackle Junkie. It's a good suggestion, but I do love I love my Seagar. I like Red Label. I've used all the other stuff too.
Yeah, Red Label is by far, hands down, the best bang for your buck I found. And another good line, surprisingly, dirt cheap for fluorocarbon as far as abrasive resistant is vicious. Believe it or not, I'm telling you, it doesn't get nicked up so easy. I mean, it's a nice line. It really is. And they're dirt cheap as well. If you happen to be, if you're looking for cheap line.
Yep. Well, there you go. I'm gonna have to start using mono. I probably should use mono for my top water, and I probably will. And also, I don't shallow cranking with 20-pound mono is a deal for me. Yep. See, I need to start doing that too. I don't I don't fish crankbaits as much as I should. I have a ridiculous amount of them. I always just catch myself, throwing on a wacky rig or Texas rig or jig. But this year I'm going to really start doing more crank fishing, so that's a good tip to have. I'm going to start picking up some 20-pound mono.
Yeah, well, like Andy said, mono for top water.
Yeah.
That's what the last, when basically the last thing I was using mono on was my top water. Now I've had no issues with it. I don't feel it scares the fish away at all. And all I use is just braid, no leader, just straight braid tied right to my lure. And that's what I use for top water. I don't feel I've had any issues since really switching over from using the mono. So that's what I go with.
Cool. Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate you subbing, man. That's awesome. And that's really good. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Andy, for telling them to come over and sub. I'll go ahead and send you good juju for your tournament, so you'll catch some more fish, like you said. I'll do that for sure.
Yeah, we can probably roll this for a few more minutes, and I know you guys over there in Mountain Time or whatever it is. It's a little earlier. Over here on the East Coast, it's getting late.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do
Thanks.
it.
Bassin, or any Bassin, NC Bassin.
And yeah, I'm gonna plan on doing this again. I'm gonna try to get Andy to fire up his webcam and get on here with us. I mean, I have the ability to have multiple people on here, so I mean, it would be kind of cool to have, instead of you guys being in the chat, you can be on here. It'd be really cool if you wanted to do it too, Tackle Junkie. That'd be awesome, man. I get all four of us on here. We could do one of these all together. This time we'll actually schedule it.
Yeah, not fly by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
That's all right. I mean, we've had some people definitely on here. 29:26. We're on. Yeah, same here. I'm up in Eastern time, 9:30. I mean, I'm pretty good. I got stuff to do. The family's been away down in Florida for the last week. They come back tomorrow, so I got to make sure I have the house clean to the old lady. I won't be going anytime this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to clean up too. My cousin, like I said, my cousins were out from Florida last weekend, or this past weekend, so I'm gonna have to clean up after their debacle.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike over there at Topwater, definitely he'd be definitely get him on some live stream too.
Yeah, that'd be
What
awesome.
are we doing? Getting like you said, getting a bunch of people on here and doing a live stream for sure. More voices, more opinions, the better. I mean, a lot of yeah, like anybody knows. I mean, a lot of fishing, does come down to opinion. Of course, there's definitely your for sure's and your no brainers, but just like Jim, said he used a 20-pound mono for cranking. I don't touch mono. Andy uses it for top water. So, it's good to have a whole bunch of different point of views like
Yep.
that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll reach out to Andy and we'll see if we can schedule something and get us on there.
Yeah.
We'll do a test run. I know I could do it on my my mixer. I mean, I bought the mixer. I might as well use it. So there you go. Another Massachusetts guy.
Yeah, old New England bass.
I lived in Connecticut for a while when I was a kid.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Bridgeport.
Yeah, I was born in Long Island, New York,
Okay.
and I lived out there for a while. Lived in Connecticut for a while. Then I came to Colorado when I was probably probably like fifth grade when I moved out to Colorado.
Well, I won't tell you about Bridgeport now.
No.
That's not that's not a good city.
Yeah, it wasn't a good city when I lived there. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't. It's probably not like it is now. I haven't been there in 25 years, 30 years. It seems like.
Yeah, it's definitely one of Connecticut's, stay out of that and
Yeah.
Manchester, Connecticut.
Got to go check on the Blues game, huh? What's the score? He probably doesn't know the score. I would ask the score, but he probably
I didn't even
not
see.
watching.
I didn't even see that question. No, ever since my Bruins are out, I don't even pay any attention.
I don't. I'm To be honest, I don't use Z-Man salt water, and I don't use Z-Man products. I need to. I just haven't picked any up. I probably will though.
Yeah, I don't use Z-Man either. I got a buddy who um, makes his own chatterbaits, and he actually got not in trouble, but basically was told that he can't sell his because of the blade that he was using. And I guess Z-Man owns the right to this specific cut blade. So it was kind of an ordeal. I mean, he's just it's not like he was selling in stores or anything like that, just online little stuff, doing it as a
Yeah.
hobby. And yeah, Z-Man came down on him hard, like saying, literally, we're going to take you to court if you don't stop
Wow.
selling. So, just as a friend of his, and I use his chatterbaits. Not that I use them a ton, but that's obviously the chatterbait is what I use as my variation of like a swim bait. So I'll throw on a little reaction innovation swim bait on the skinny dipper there on the back of it, and I'll fish that. But that kind of gave me a bad taste in my mouth about Z-Man, so I kind of stay away from their product.
Huh. That is kind of crazy. Go after the little guy.
Yeah,
That's not
yeah.
cool.
And that wasn't the first story I heard of that either about him. I guess, they crack down on a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah, see, there's Jim right there. Z-Man did the same to D&M. They, but I mean, it's only because it was a friend of mine, so it kind of just gave me a bad taste in my mouth. It's kind of like, really, you guys, you're really gonna come smashing down on some small timer like that? But whatever. I get it too. It's a business.
Yeah.
It's just I won't buy their stuff.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to be using V-Man. There's your answer.
What about Savage Gear? I can't say much about Savage. I think I did. I used to get the Lucky Tackle box, and I think I got Savage Gear one time, a ribbon tail, like a neon. Looked good. I mean, it looked good. I think I might have thrown it a little bit. The color is just too crazy for me, but it was free in a box, so I figured I'd give it a shot.
I've never used Savage Gear before either. I do want to try it out. I mean, that's why I'm on this live chat. People could throw out some stuff so I can try out. I mean, I'm always down to try anything out.
Yeah. I don't like how Z-Man melts when you use dye or put it in a container with other baits. Yeah. I like the new tech version, and I also make my own. Yeah, new tech. That's another thing for jigs. I would love to try it. The only problem is I'm in, and I pro staff for anglersgold.com. Anglers Gold jigs. He also does buzz baits and spinner baits now. He's got he's got his own chatter baits as well. So I've been using his, and he takes really good care of me. But he Tackle Junkie one time did a thing on new tech, a video, and so whenever I likes, a video, it puts it on Facebook for me. Well, he sees, or on my Twitter, sorry, and he's seen that, and he kind of sent me a message like, "Hey, what the hell? You're promoting this other jig brand?" And I said, "Dude," I said, "I'm not necessarily promoting it." I said, "I'm not using it," and which I mean, he could be watching this, I don't know, but it kind of rubbed me a little bit the wrong way because it's like, I mean, who am I? I mean, I'm not a frickin' elite series fisherman. Like, if I want, I'm not getting paid by this guy. He just, hooks me up immensely with his jigs, which is great, which is why I use it. And, and I tell people about him as much as I can. But yeah, he was a little upset that I was promoting new tech lures. And I'm like, or new tech jigs. And I said, dude, I don't even have any new tech. I would love to try them, though. I ain't going to lie. Those things look nasty.
Yeah, I really want to try them too. Let's see. Has anyone used a live target hollow body sunfish yet? I picked up 2 of them. If you saw my video for the frogs, the Lunker Hut frogs, Dick's was having them where they were buy one, get one free. So I picked on all live target baits. So I picked up 2 of the sunfish. Have not used them yet, but I will use them, and I will probably report back on it.
Yeah, I have not used them. Yeah, I did, Jim. I don't know. I've been having a lot of mixed emotions about that with Anglers Gold, the way he kind of came at me like that. And the way I look at it is, you're not paying my entries. I mean, I'm not getting bait for free. I'll make that. I'll make that clear. I do get an insane discount, and but I don't know. I always kind of thought we never really talked about it. I guess it was one of those gray areas we never really talked about it. I thought, hey, maybe if I wanted to throw something else, I could throw it. I mean, I always told them, hey, in tournaments, I will not fish anything but yours. But I mean, if I'm just out fun fishing, what the hell?
Yeah, try anything. I don't think you'd be able to do anything.
But I've been putting a lot of thought into it, and I may be walking away from them just because there's other opportunities that have come across to me from some local guys, some jig guys, And so we'll see. It's a big. I've been with Joe and Anglers Gold now for 2 years, so it's a tough, long decision I'm gonna have to make. Oh, Jim, don't put up with that stupid crap. Yes, sir. He don't. We all know that from his
Video.
Dodge rods.
Yeah, his video today. I saw that, Jim. I like how you're very professional about it too. I like that. Very noble.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
You know, he didn't. He still said they're great rods.
Yeah,
Jim,
that's what I'm talking about.
I did think it was pretty funny when when you said other people were, oh, that's it. I just bought six rods and I'm returning them. I was actually on my lunch break watching that video and yeah, I was laughing at that. That's it. I'm not. This brand sucks.
Yeah.
No, very professional about it. That was cool.
Yep.
And like Jim said, he it's not like he's getting those for free. He's buying those. He is paying for them. Yes, he's a staff and gets whatever his discount, but he is still paying
Yeah.
money. So if something's not up to how you like it, I mean, you're telling me that kick back and then kick two more rods out. That what is that going to bankrupt Dobbins? Like, come on.
I know. Absolutely. I totally agree I totally agree with him on that. I mean, it's not like he's getting it for free.
What about Livingston lures? I don't use Livingston lures just because, like I said, I'm not a big. I mean, I know Livingston has a ton of lures, but as far as their cranks and stuff like that, I don't use them, and I'm not going to pay $20 for their electronic chip.
Yeah. See, that's my only excuse why I don't use Livingston is price.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
I'm a budget guy. I will spend good money on good baits, but I just can't see myself spending $21 on a crankbait that I'm probably going to lose this year. So I mean,
yep. Well, that's the same. I mean, why I don't use Gary Yamamoto Senkos anymore because I absolutely refuse to pay $9 for a bag of plastics.
yeah, I have a bunch of them, and the only reason why I have a bunch of them because they were all on super sale. Other than that, I don't use Gary Yamamoto Senkos.
C4 Bassin Reviews, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, C4? I've got a 7-foot medium heavy rod. Is that good enough for frogs?
What size? I'm sorry, I didn't catch the question.
It's NC Bass, and he asked, I got a 7-foot medium heavy rod, and then before that he was asking about is that good enough, Matt, for frogs with
Yeah, 7 foot medium heavy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I tend to use a little bit longer. I got a 7.2 and a 7.3, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with a 7 foot medium heavy for a frog.
Yeah.
The only thing I would recommend as far as a reel goes is get a higher speed, get at least a seven or higher as far as your gear ratio goes, and like anything, I mean that's just for taking out the slack,
Yeah.
and right before you set that hook. So.
Yep. All right, guys. If we want to wrap this up here shortly, I mean, Greg's got to get going. He's on the East Coast, so it's a little late out there. Get approaching what, 10 o'clock for you?
What 9:30? Yep.
Yep.
Oh no, 9:40. Sorry.
9:40. Yeah. So we'll wrap this up here shortly. Thanks everybody for joining. Thanks for all the questions. This turned out, if you ask me, I think this turned out really well, exceptionally well for the first time doing this collab. So I'm really grateful for you guys coming out and supporting our channels. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I mean, this is my first live stream. Thank you, Kevin, for doing this. I mean, you basically set all this up and did it, so that's awesome. Thanks. And I definitely enjoyed it. Definitely liked it, guys. Love answering the questions. And yeah, I definitely can't wait to do another one of these. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, we'll do one. We'll do one here shortly. Maybe we can get 3 or 4 guys on. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to join in and has Skype, and we can do it. We can all get on together and we'll do a live show with multiple people.
100%.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, hey, you guys Tight lines to all you go fishing this weekend. I'll, like I mentioned in that video that I put on YouTube yesterday, I will put out another video either Sunday night or Monday, let you know how the tournaments went. And NC Bass, and I'll check out your channel for sure. And yeah, other than that, hey, if you guys are going fishing, hope you guys catch them up, get the pics, get some videos, let us see it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be having a. I'll probably be putting a video up on Sunday as well. I'm gonna get the drone out this weekend and take some cool ass pictures of the
Nice.
Colorado skyline and then some of the lakes I'll be fishing, ponds I'll be fishing. So look forward to that, guys, on Sunday, and we will get back with you here shortly.
Yeah, soon.
All right, guys, tight lines.